For Atlanta, they're right in the thick of things in the playoff hunt. 5th best win percentage in the East. One of the best teams this league has to offer. Heat, Hawks is next, right after this. Now Atlanta starting 5. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Daniels in at the small forward position. Adebayo finds Mitchell. Hero on the wing, covered by Alexander-Walker. Hero with the bucket. Well, Grant, we've got a treat tonight. These are two of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah, B.A., you know, one thing they have in common, they make smart decisions with the ball. But, of course, they know how and when to attack. I think we'll get some high IQ hoops here tonight.
About a minute into this first quarter. Adebayo sets a screen. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. For Atlanta, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
There's a screen by Wiggins. Inside. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
That is a big-time finish by Wiggins right there. I love when he finishes with that type of authority.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Outside, Alexander-Walker. Okongwu against Adebayo. Okongwu, no good.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
Wow, look at Ben with that kind of shooting range, and it's good to see him shooting the ball with confidence from deep.
Outside, Alexander-Walker. And it's Miami with a rebound.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
And a youth movement for this Hawks roster. What went into that, Tim?
Well, first, they climbed 10 spots to get the #1 pick, which led to Zachary Risache. Then the trade of DeJounte Murray, which got them Dyson Daniels, who's 7 years younger. And, of course, you've got Jalen Johnson, who's breaking out. So they've got some young talent that is on the rise.
Now here's Mitchell. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Adebayo, that's good.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Mitchell against McCollum. They need this. Good. He hits the jumper.
Gotta love how McCollum hunts down his shots, always looking for his next bucket.
Adebayo, a screen on McCollum. Outside Adebayo. No one near him. Rebounded by Daniels. And it's Daniels with the ball for Atlanta. Trailing by 5. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
And when we take a look at the box score from that game, one of the first things that you'll notice is the number of turnovers they were able to force.
Well, they created havoc defensively. They made ball handlers uncomfortable, and they gambled at the right time.
And those jumpers inside the line, I mean, they're layups for a guy like Hero.
Here's McCollum. Stolen by Hero. Here's Wiggins. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Grant, since he's come into the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
Jaquez has checked in for Miami. Larson comes in for Mitchell. Now here's Landale, hounded by Adebayo. Spins. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Just springing off the floor. Wiggins showing his athletic ability.
Hawks trail by 7. Robinson outside. Pass to Rizache. Good D by Adebayo.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Hero with it. Kuminga defends. Wiggins passes to Hero. Outside Adebayo. Plenty of space. And it's Miami with another.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists. Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Heat leading by 7. Adebayo sets a screen. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Last time they met in Atlanta.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Well, let's give their opponents some credit for sensing that and putting them away. They were completely dominated.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
The Hawks making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. And he makes it on the layup. McCollum's got 6.
Ready to cash in. I like when McCollum looks to mix it up like this.
Here's Hero. He squares up and sinks it.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
And so it's the Miami Heat closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Heat.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
We've got Norman Powell. Jaime Jaquez out there with Khalil Ware. Then there's Jakic, and it's Larson in at the 3. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Now here's Jaquez. Turned in an outstanding game against Washington. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Heat lead by 7. And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
The 3 from Rizache. The rebound by Ware. Heat leading by 7. Here's Jakic. And he also played a big role in their last game with Washington.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
And Atlanta with possession here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. Bam Adebayo is now the Heat's all-time leader in double-doubles. Bam said, I want to be number 1 in some, if not all of these categories. I just have to keep improving and keep chipping away. And then it's just focusing on getting these wins. Back over to you guys.
Good priorities. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Now here's McCollum. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. Shot from 12. Oh, and that miss makes him 0 for 4. Not a great start. Pass to Larson. 17-foot shot on the way. No good that time. Out to Powell. Here's Larson. 5 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. Here's Ware. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
To the middle. Here's McCollum. And McCollum slams it in.
Well, that one caught him by surprise. C.J. McCollum taking flight.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Landale. Jalen Johnson comes in for Kuminga. Daniels is checked in for Risache. And it's Alexander Walker in for Kispert. Now here's Hero. He has 6. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Oh, he's such a solid ball handler, and that's why Tyler Hero is so difficult to contain in pick and roll.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Now here's Hero, covered by Alexander Walker. Hero outside. Takes it inside, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, he processed that really quickly. No hesitation at all from Hero.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside, Alexander Walker. Okongwu against Adebayo. Okongwu with the bucket. Okongwu's got his second basket. Legs now in the final stages of this regular season. These two teams both highly motivated.
Well, BA playoff positioning is on the line, so games like this take on an even greater significance. Postseason intensity on display.
The burden of expectation is real for these teams.
They can all sense it.
Now here's Daniels. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland. Back to McCollum. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Adebayo is screened on Okongwu. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. It's Adebayo inside.
Yeah, that's nice work right there. He sets the screen, and then Adebayo just finds that open space to be effective with the ball. What a heads-up pass to know that his teammate was going to be available down in the paint.
Hero scanning the floor. Unloads from 13. Adebayo, no good. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. 7-point differential. Daniels outside. Back to McCollum. Banked it in off the glass. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Down low. That's good from Jaquez on the assist by Hero. Hero's got 6 assists here tonight. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. There's McCollum with the 3. Jaquez grabs the board. Miami leading by 7. Hero outside. There's a screen. Pass to Powell. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
And we finished off one half of play. Miami out in front, leading by 7. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. Coach, the intensity has been there defensively. Are you pleased with what you've seen?
Well, they're going to continue to attack. I mean, that's the identity of their team. They're not going to stop, and the ability to finish our defense with rebounds will be important.
You have to match their resiliency. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race. These standings, they tell a story. And so can we, guys. Once upon a time, there was a trio of intelligent and handsome broadcasters.
And they lived in a luxurious...
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the Miami Heat.
As a team, you love a night like this when the game feels simple. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat, and pass, shoot, score, repeat.
Nothing else to add to that, guys.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. How about Tyler Herro displaying all of his skills today?
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Heat leading by 7. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. C.J. McCollum is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Daniels in at the 3.
Well, this has been a huge scoring night for Adebayo, and when you consider the elite defense he brings every night, points are a bonus. He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
Now here's Herro. Got it. 12 points for Tyler Herro.
Well, he typically gets about 20 a night, so this is a big-time performance by Tyler Herro.
And when you think of the league's point-of-attack pest, Davion Mitchell earns his keep defensively, Legs.
Well, we've all taken notice of that on-the-ball defense. He is one of the best in the league at that, but he is starting to find his scoring prowess in this league as well as he continues to improve his efficiency.
Great defender. Here's Herro. After the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Herro. Adebayo sets a screen. Herro finds Adebayo. Shoots over Okongwu. And Miami again with the bucket.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Right around 1.5 minutes played in the third quarter. McCollum against Mitchell. Pass to Alexander-Walker. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum.
Yeah, he just needs more shots. He has to get more involved.
Herro outside. Adebayo sets a screen. Soft touch off the glass. Herro's got 14 points.
He has yet to miss a single shot. What a night he's having.
McCollum outside. And McCollum slams it in.
Well, he's been doing this for over a decade in this league. He is a bucket getter, and he's having another monster night.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Off the mark there with a 3.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Pass to McCollum. Johnson a screen on Adebayo. For 3, McCollum. The rebound by Wiggins. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Heat. They've led by as much as 10. Well, Tim, despite their youth, the Hawks have been able to remain pretty competitive.
Well, when you look at this lineup, you see a lot of length and versatility, and that's where this league is headed. So they are creating a roster for positionless basketball.
Now here's Alexander-Walker, taking command on offense when they need it, putting up 21 a game.
I think Daniels' overall size had something to do with that. It helped him protect the basketball and get the and one.
Atlanta shooting their first free throw tonight. Jaime Jaquez is checked in for Mitchell. And you could argue Onyeka Okongwu is a little undersized at the center position, but it's hard to overlook his impact, Tim.
Well, that's because he contributes in so many areas. Blocks, steals, rebounds. He can make plays, you name it. And he keeps adding to his game year after year.
Here's Alexander-Walker following the three-point basket by Miami. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Kuminga, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Landale's checked in for Kongu. And defense is all about will and desire. Here are the NBA leaders in steals so far. In the third spot, Dyson Daniels.
His defensive focus has been superb these last few games, continuously finding ways to strip ball handlers and upset the offense.
Hits the close-range jumper. Daniels has got 6 points in the quarter.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Wiggins with a screen on McCollum. Whoa! Wiggins with feeling.
And that is what combo guards have to do in this league. Tyler Hero can score it, but he can also run your offense.
Excellent movement on the play. The pass on time and on point.
Miami leading by 6. Adebayo sets a screen. Puts up a 3. That misses. He's 7 for 14 on the night. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Guys?
High praise. Allie, thank you.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Kuminga. From downtown. Some solid D from Jaquez.
And the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Adebayo from long range. Rebounded by Daniels. Hawks trail by 6. For 3, McCollum counted from distance. McCollum's got 15 points.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Hero against McCollum. Here's Wiggins. Misses the layup. Atlanta's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Pass to McCollum. Outside Johnson. For the tie. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Bam Adebayo has been leading the charge for Miami. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, the pass was so effective. Great job moving the ball with purpose.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Bam Adebayo is out there with Khalil Ware. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Davion Mitchell. And it's Larson in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Out to Kuminga. McCollum outside. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Adebayo, a screen on McCollum. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 5 assists in the game. Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Landale. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Out to Kuminga. On the wing, Risache. Misses the 3.
Nothing from the field to speak of so far. Pretty rough shooting night, and now it's affecting the entire team.
Here's Larson, defended by Kispert. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Pass to Risache. Now Kispert, count that one.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that
Wow. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, look, I mean, great anticipation on one end leads to points on the other.
Well, coaches love that hustle. Not only getting the extra possession, but then converting it.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And the Heat with some changes. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Adebayo. Powell comes in for Jaquez. And it's Hero in for Larson. Atlanta also making some changes. Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for Landale. And Daniels is subbed in for Kispert. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. McCollum against Mitchell. Pass to Rizachet. And here's Kuminga for three. They grab their own miss.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
Now Wiggins takes a three. Oh, Wiggins! Bullseye with the three.
Well, Wiggins now showing you a little catch and shoot element to his game.
McCollum looking it over. No good from three.
Well, he wanted to answer that three with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Powell outside. Daniels against Hero, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu comes in for Kuminga, and it's Alexander Walker in for Rizachet. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. From three.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Heat leading by 7. Adebayo is screen on McCollum. Mitchell against McCollum. Outside Wiggins. From deep, the free ball is down.
Well, from deep, Wiggins is solid. He makes enough of them out there. It forces you to make decisions to guard him.
McCollum against Mitchell. Yes, sir! That one's good!
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Outside Wiggins. Here's Hero. Up top Wiggins. Gets stolen by Johnson. And a fast break now for Atlanta. Daniels. Rebounded by Adebayo. Miami has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Adebayo is screen on McCollum. Puts up the tray. Not that time. Hawks trail by 8. He launches. Oh, it misses.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Adebayo for three. Shot's no good. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Alexander Walker. Now Okongwu. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. And now we've got an intentional foul. And so they foul intentionally. Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And no luck that time either. Absolutely no room for error.
Everything has to almost fall perfectly for them to pull this out. Man, the defender really went after him.
At the line for the Hawks, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
So the first one drops, and that brings him within 5. It's also good, so he hits both free throws. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Now at the line, Tyler Hero.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And if you get a chance to build your lead at the free throw line, you've got to take it.
Atlanta calls timeout. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
And it has to be a quick hitter. There is no time to waste. That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Shooting for Atlanta, Nickeil Alexander.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Daniels fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. And they go to the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Safe to say, that should do it. This is why making free throws down the stretch is so important.
Daniels misses the 3. So it's Miami picking up the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Bam, of all the aspects that went into this win, which do you think was most important?
Our defense, man. You know, when it got down to crunch time, we really locked in, and we pride ourselves on that, like I always say. And you know, we take those matchups, those one-on-one matchups personally. And we got the stops, and we got a W. We got to tough this one out.
It's always better when you can make it personal. Thanks so much, Bam.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And we present the player of the game, Tyler Hero.